So what is this car?
It is a private vehicle.
Okay, why does it look like a patrol car?
Because it used to be one.
Okay.
That's not a crime.
I understand it's not a crime, but it is a crime to have a light bar with certain colors. That's why I had to turn your overhead down.
Yeah, there's no red and blues.
So
they were pulled out of the push bar too.
I'm sorry, what?
They were pulled out of the push bar too.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, so who did you buy the car from? Why does it still have like the cage and everything in the back?
A disabled veteran was pulled over simply for driving a former patrol car that had been legally converted into a private vehicle. Under Terry v. Ohio, 392 U.S. 1, 1968, officers must have reasonable suspicion of a crime to justify a stop. The driver had removed all prohibited emergency lights, making it clear no violation had occurred. The officer, however, fixated on why the car still had features like a cage and light bar, despite the veteran explaining that he worked as a security contractor and Uber driver. When the officer questioned where the car was purchased, the veteran humorously pointed out that the police department even left crayons in the vehicle. Instead of acknowledging the lack of any criminal activity, the officer continued fishing for a reason to detain him.
So who did you buy the car from? Why does it still have like the cage and everything in the back?
Because I do security and I've got a dog.
Okay. And
I drive Uber as well, and the college kids get a kick out of it. The door's open from the inside, though.
okay. And so what's your purpose of having a light bar on the top?
I do security as well. I'm waiting on amber lights. I'm a freelance contractor.
Who do you do security through?
I'm a freelance contractor
So
at
like
whoever.
somebody hires you out, or I
Yep,
don't know.
that's exactly how I do it.
And so whoever you bought the car for left everything in there, or did you equip this car with it all?
No, it came like that from Oberlin Police.
From where?
Oberlin Police in Ohio.
Oberlin Police in Ohio?
Yep. They even left some crayons in here. You want some crayons?
I'm sorry?
They left some crayons. You want some crayons? I got.
No reason for you to be a smartass with me, sir.
I've been trying to get rid of them. I'm serious. You want some crayons? You got kids? I can even show them to you. I got tons of them.
How do you spell it?
Oberlin.
So they left the MDVR and everything in it.
Yeah, they did.
Their license, registration, insurance as well?
For what crime?
Well, this is a traffic stop, and I have to record everything on my day sheet. And the reason we're stopping you is to make sure that you didn't have lights. But therefore, it's an investigative stop for that purpose. So you do have to show me your driver's license.
For what crime?
And registration.
For what crime?
For having the light bar.
Is that a crime?
Once I found that it's not the red and blue lights, it's not a crime, but
So,
I still have a traffic stop.
lawfully, I know my rights.
Okay.
I do not have to present ID if there's no crime committed.
But I am doing an investigation to investigate that those are not blue lights.
There are not blue lights. You saw that.
Okay, you have to provide that you have insurance for this vehicle to be on the roadway.
If there has been a crime committed, I have to provide this. So please call your supervisor. Please call your supervisor now. What's your name and badge number?
Psychon 074.
Thank you. And what's your name and badge number, ma'am?
I'll give you a business card for that one, sir.
Okay. That's not how the law states it, but I'll take a business card.
It's Officer Drawer badge 184, as you can see on my name tag.
Thank you.
As well as I'll provide you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
A business card as well.
I appreciate that.
21, you're on just in front of the graduate hotel.
To operate a motor vehicle on the roadway, you have to have insurance.
Oh, I understand that, but there is this is over something that's not a crime, as you've already seen.
Well, when
so
you're driving
now
on the road without the light bar on, I don't know if it's red or blue.
you already saw it's not red and blue. Therefore, no crime.
That's why I stopped
no
you.
crime has been committed.
It is for that to determine that it is not.
And you've determined that it is not, so no crime has been committed.
When the officer demanded identification, the veteran stood firm. Under Highbell 5 6th Judicial District Court 542 U.S. 177, 2004, a person is only required to provide ID if an officer has reasonable suspicion of a crime. Since the officer had already admitted there were no illegal blue and red lights on the vehicle, there was no crime, and the veteran was within his rights to refuse. Despite this, the officer attempted to justify the stop by mentioning vehicle registration and insurance requirements, but those had nothing to do with the original reason for the stop. The veteran repeatedly requested a supervisor, exposing the officer's lack of lawful authority to demand ID without articulating a crime.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I understand you wanted to speak to the command officer?
Yeah, so
I can't hear you very well from here. Is there any way to roll the window down slightly?
I'm not comfortable with that.
Okay.
For my safety, I prefer it up.
Okay. I just might not be able to hear you very clearly.
Yeah, so you can see up there, there's no other lights in there other than the 4. I was stopped anyways, turn on the lights. I know my rights. No crime has been committed. I'm not providing my ID. I will only provide an ID if reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed can be stated. And your officer does not want to do that. So it's harassment. I am a disabled veteran. I know my rights. I know the law. I know the Constitution. And it's officers like that I withdrew my support from you guys. And I get there's good ones out there. I'm friends with a few of them myself. But that's not okay. You know, there's no crime committed. I should have already been released. I appreciate that. You have a good night.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
There is not. I hope that your officers get some better training, because that's not okay. It's a violation of my rights. It's ultimately a violation of the law. And I'm not okay with that. I swore an oath to the Constitution. It's an insult to me. You have a good night, man.
Frustrated by the veteran's knowledge of the law, the officer had no choice but to let him go. Under Rodriguez v. United States 575 U.S. 348, 2015, an officer cannot prolong a stop beyond the time necessary to address the initial reason for detention. Since there was no crime, the stop should have ended immediately. The veteran made it clear that he respected good officers, but withdrew his support for law enforcement that disregards constitutional rights. As the supervisor arrived, the veteran stated his case one final time. No crime, no ID, and no reason for the stop. In the end, the officers had to walk away, completely owned by a man who knew his rights better than they did. Like and subscribe for more police cam stories. Watch the next recommended video click to watch now.